What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Chris Moore, and in today's video, boys, we got a brand new Freshy Fresh. Yeah, that's right. 2026 Hayabusa. This thing looks so good, so impressive. There's supposedly been some upgrades to the 2026 model. We're going to find out today if those upgrades result into horsepower gains on our dyno graph. This particular 2026 has got 150 miles on it. We've done some heat cycles with it to get the break-in process speed up, but it's got a Brock's Performance full titanium exhaust system that looks and sounds absolutely amazing. So this particular exhaust, not super loud, which is good if you're trying to sneak in and out of the neighborhood, but the performance on this exhaust is second to none. They perform extremely well and very lightweight. So the stock exhaust system, let's just say, weighs approximately 45 or 50 pounds. This exhaust system weighs approximately 7 or 8 pounds. So you lose almost 40 pounds of weight. Now you can see this is a single exhaust. The dual is gone. In my opinion, looks a lot cleaner without the dual exhaust, but sounds a million times better. We're gonna fire it up here in just a second, show you what kind of power she's got. Stay with us, guys. Here we go. All right, guys, let's fire this 2026 up, see what she sounds like with the Brock's Performance exhaust. We got the engine all warmed up. Here we go. So I told you it's pretty mild, like it's not crazy loud, but it definitely sounds a lot better than the way this thing came from the factory. Definitely got a deep growl to it once you hammer on the throttle. But let's run this thing, see what it makes for a baseline pull, and then we're gonna start flashing the ECU, get rid of all the restrictions, and increase the power on this thing by dialing in the air-fuel ratio. The results are in. We've got a nice, smooth, good-looking power curve. What? Our fan's got a rod knock, boys. Hold on a second. We gotta cut this thing off. Hold on. Don't pay that no attention. That is not a Suzuki fan. All right, 180 horsepower, 108 foot-pounds of torque. Nice, smooth power curve, but we're gonna dial that in and get us some more power right here in just a second. Stay with us. I'm gonna also show you what the restrictions are in the throttle on this thing, guys. All right, here here we go, guys. I've done a couple runs without you. I've got the ECU Flash. The restrictions are gone, and this customer has also elected to go with the pops and bangs option. Now, I'm going to run it a pull or so you can see how it sounds with no pops and bangs, and I'm going to show you how we can activate the pops and bangs to make this thing sound absolutely insane. Comment, let me know what you think about the pops. Are they for you? Or are they not for you? It's 100% optional. We can do it or not do it. If you don't like it, no problem. We can tune your bike where it'll have 0 pops whatsoever. But if you want it to go crazy, I got you. RPM, let it come all the way back down. You never heard not the first pop. The pops and bangs tube's already in it. Check this out. I'm going to let off the throttle, and I'm going to barely touch back to the throttle and only holding it like 1%. Hold your ears and watch this. Guys, before I get into showing you our final results and showing you what the bike sounds like outside, let me take a quick second to show you what's going on in these Busas. For one, the fuel, they run a little rich. Two, the throttle plates are held back in these things. So we dyno this bike in 5th gear, and this number's up here. This is when you go, I guess you say that's how much throttle your hand is giving it. These numbers over here, the RPMs, these numbers in here is how much throttle the ECU is actually giving it. So when you go wide open throttle and you're at 6,800 RPMs, you only get 56% throttle from the factory, guys. It does creep up to 100%, but it doesn't do it until 10,000 RPMs. The throttle's a slow ramp. You can also see here that it's 73% throttle. Down low, you're only getting 50 something, and in total, you're only getting 64. So the throttle doesn't feel like a 1-to-1 ratio. Well, once we flash the ECU, we correct all that stuff. We can see we put it here in gear 1, same situation in every single gear. These things are super held back. So we go through, we do a lot of things to the throttle tables. We correct the fuel tables. We change the ignition tables. We also get rid of any kind of pesky check engine lights for when you delete the O2 sensors or whatever you may be modifying on your bike. We do a lot of that stuff standard. Let me pull up the final numbers here that we got. We'll close this out. And then look at our final dyno graph. Our red line is where we started, 186, which is excellent. But we got up, no, I'm sorry. 180 is where we started. 186 is where we finished up at. So overall, great power gains. And you can see here throughout the curve, you know, right here's almost 10 horsepower at 8,400 RPMs. Now you can see these Busas, they rev to 11,000 RPMs, but they don't really like revving that high. What that means is our power falls off a lot. We're at 173 horsepower here at 10.7 to where at about 97, we're at 186. So these things really don't like to be revved. We can fix that though. Look into doing a set of Brock's Performance cams and a BT Moto stacks. That will fix that power curve and take that on out there. Yeah, that's right, guys. 11,000 RPMs, you'll be making peak power versus way past peak power. So we can hook you up with all that stuff too. Moremafia.com. Or if you go on Brock's Performance website and want to look at some of these exhausts, prices and stuff, go check them out. Use discount code MOREMAFIA5. Get yourself 5% off. But overall, let's take a peek at this thing. She looks oh so clean. Look at that titanium exhaust. It looks so good on there. You can see the blue color and stuff, and the more he rides it, the more color he's gonna get. But overall, this 2026 Busa sounds insane, looks insane, and now performs insane. Let's fire it up. Take a listen outside now that we're not in that little room. This thing sounds a million times better than stock. Not crazy loud until you rev it. Then it's definitely got some noise. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button. We appreciate you watching. If you have any questions on getting stuff done to your bike, hit us up, moremafia.com right now. See you next time.